Everyone is looking forward to Thor Love and Thunder, and for good reason. We have no doubt that this movie is gonna be super rad. We're going to see more of the God of Thunder, more of fan-favorite Valkyrie, and a new version of Jane Foster that hardcore MCU fans may actually like. She's not just gonna be Thor's on-again, off-again love interest anymore. She's actually going to wield Mjolnir and become the Goddess of Thunder. But that's just what we know about our heroes. In regards to the villains, there's so much more up in the air. But a deleted scene from everyone's favorite Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, may give us a hint as to who one of the villains might be. At this point in time, there are so many rumors circulating about the fourth installment of the Thor movie franchise that we don't know what to make of it all. Next thing you know, some actor who we thought was completely done with superhero movie business, like Christian Bale, is going to be rumored to join the cast. Wait, there's actually a rumor about that? Seriously? Well, that just proves our point. But enough about Christian Bale, let's talk about villain rumors for the film. As we covered in an earlier video, there are two villains who are rumored to appear in Love and Thunder. The main villain, the Enchantress, and the secondary villain, Gore the God Butcher, which is really a badass name. But when I binge-watch all the MCU movies back-to-back with no breaks during the holidays, something that has become a festive tradition of mine, I noticed something really interesting in a deleted scene from Avengers Age of Ultron. In the deleted scene, Thor thought someone or something was manipulating the Avengers, so he headed into a Norn Cave, a cavern containing a pool known as the Water of Sight, to communicate with the Norns, who are the overseers of the fates of all people in the 10 realms, including the gods. Thor takes a dive in the Water of Sight and speaks as the Norns to Eric Selvig, explaining what's needed to defeat Ultron. If we take this deleted scene and combine it with the rumor that the Enchantress is going to be the main villain in Thor 4, then we may see one of the most well-known Norns in the entire universe make her debut in Thor Love and Thunder. Of course, we're talking about the Norn Queen Karnilla. In general, Norns tend to be allies of Asgard, but Karnilla is the exception. Karnilla is the Norn Queen and rules over Nornheim, which isn't a realm but rather an independent province in Asgard. Karnilla is a very skilled sorceress who has mastered the mystical arts of Asgard. In fact, she's considered to be on par with Loki in regards to magic power, only being surpassed by the Allfather Odin. Yeah, she's pretty powerful. On top of all that, she's an Asgardian, which means she has super strength and an advanced healing factor that you'd expect in a goddess. In the comics, Karnilla has associated herself with Loki on more than one occasion. In fact, she's the one who gave Loki some of the most powerful artifacts in the Marvel Universe, the Norn Stones, which are known to boost the powers of their wielder, and were used against Thor multiple times. Sticking with Thor's half-brothers, Karnilla was actually in love with Asgard's noblest warrior, Balder the Brave, whose death in the comics triggered the coming of Ragnarok. With that being said, Karnilla isn't all bad in the comics. When push came to shove, she allied her Nornheim army with Asgard to take on Surtur. She's also had a run-in with the Frost Giants of Jotunheim at one point, so she's been around the block and seen a thing or two. The final thing you need to know about Karnilla is her association with Amora the Enchantress. In the comics, Karnilla actually took the Enchantress under her wing as an apprentice and taught her the basics of magic before eventually banishing her. But that didn't stop the Enchantress. She kept learning magic on her own and eventually became one of the more powerful adversaries of the God of Thunder, who occasionally had a thing for Thor. There are a few ways this could play out on screen. One option is that Karnilla will appear in one of Enchantress's flashbacks. At one point in the film, maybe the Enchantress thinks back to her younger days, and we'll get to see Karnilla teach her some magic before eventually banishing her. It could help us understand why she was banished, and how it led her down the path of villainy. But I seriously doubt Karnilla having a super minor role in a flashback is going to satisfy the hardcore MCU fans. It's possible that Marvel Studios could change the story around a bit and have both the Enchantress and Karnilla work together to take down our heroes. On the other hand, as we've seen in the comics, Karnilla has flipped to the good side every now and then. Like we said earlier, she was in love with the Asgardian warrior, and even helped Asgard in the fight against Surtur, so it's possible that she could switch sides and join our heroes in the fight to take down the Enchantress. She could see the damage her former pupil has caused the world, and do her best to prevent it from getting out of hand. If all of this is true, then Karnilla will be the ultimate wildcard in Thor Love and Thunder, and we just can't wait for November 5th, 2021. Wait, we have to wait how long? But before we go, if you haven't already, subscribe to CBR and don't forget to turn on notifications so we can join forces and defeat that pesky YouTube algorithm. Pesky algorithm. If you're on mobile, make sure you turn on notifications in the YouTube settings so you don't miss a thing. And that's what we think about Karnilla and her possible MCU debut in Thor Love and Thunder. What do you think about this theory? Did we nail it? Ding, ding, ding. Or are we completely wrong? Let us know in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for watching.